Hello guys, welcome back to the Free Hammers. This is the West Ham versus Leicester preview, our first home game of the season, and how excited are we all for this game after such a great start on Sunday against Newcastle. So let's get into it. This is just a short preview. As you know, if I get time in the week, I'll do a little long preview where I invite you guys on, but this is the short preview for the guys that like to watch the quick short one. Loads of information very quickly. So let's have a look at it, guys. So bear with me. So, Leicester, one of my favourite teams in the Prem. You know, if I wasn't a West Ham fan, probably Leicester would be the team you would look at as a team that are doing all the things right. So they started their season last weekend with a 1-0 win against Wolves with their main man, Mr. Jamie Vardy. Tough little game for them though. Wolves, you know, were well in that game for a long time, and Traore missed a massive chance in that game. During the game, Leicester were caught offside quite a lot and they committed a lot of individual errors. And if you can see there, they had 9 attempts, 8, 1 counter-attack. So if you look at it, actually, Wolves had a lot more shots than them. This is sort of where their attacks were coming from. So a lot coming from the left-hand side, not a lot coming from the middle from Leicester. And I would assume the same would happen this weekend as well. So yeah, so moving on. So that was their last game. In the transfer market, guys, I've got up here who they've bought in. It's always good to look at the transfer to see the sort of new players that we potentially could be coming up against. So in the transfer market, guys, there we go. Some of their top arrivals are there. Patson Daka, a player that we wanted, came from Salzburg for 27 million. Soumaré from, I believe that's Lille, for 18 million, defensive midfielder. Yannick Vestergaard for 15 million, and Ryan Bertrand has also arrived. In terms of their departures, legend Christian Fuchs, Wes Morgan, Matty James, and Rashid Gaza. I think that's how you pronounce it. And obviously, yeah, Leicester are currently sitting ninth, but, you know, we don't look into that this early into the season. Obviously, their manager is a very good manager in Brendan Rodgers. If we look at his record against us, here it is. So there he is, Brendan Rodgers against West Ham. There it is. He's played West Ham 12 times. He's beat us 6 times, drew with us twice, and lost 4 times. He averages 1.6 points a game. If we look at him against David Moyes, just if we can get that as quick as possible. Against David Moyes, he's played David Moyes 10 times. He's only beaten 3 times. He's drawn twice and lost 5 times. Averages 1.1 points against Moyes. So it's going to be a tough game. It really is. Leicester are a really good team. They're very, you know, fast, quick attacking. They've brought some really good players in. Last season, obviously, we did the double over them. You know, it was one of them was a really crucial win to secure our place in the Europa League. You know, it was a massive game, and we can have a look a little bit more into this now. So West Ham versus Leicester, there you go, our last sort of 6 games against them here. We beat them 3-2 in our last game against them, beat them 3-0 in arguably one of our performances of the season last season. They beat us 4-1 the season before that, 2-1, 2-2, 1-1. Yeah, so, you know, as you can see, it's you can't get much closer than that. It's 33, with obviously 33.3%. You know, it's either a draw, win, or loss. It's, you know, it's very hard to call either way. We're quite similar teams on our day in terms of the starting 11s. Obviously, their pre-season was very successful as well. They beat Villarreal, and obviously they beat Man City and have won the Community Shield. Started their season with a win against Wolves as well. So, you know, they've done well, and we're doing really well at the moment. You know, we're undefeated in, if you count pre-season, we're undefeated in quite a few games, so we're doing really, really well. So strengths for Leicester, obviously attacking down the wings. We know that they defend set pieces very well and they can protect the lead very well. Their weaknesses is stopping opponents from creating chances, and obviously at the moment we look really good at creating chances. Aerial duels are quite weak, so maybe, you know, again, Moyes needs to be in the air, tending to put balls in, avoiding offsides. Obviously they like to ping that ball over to Vardy quite a lot, you know, as part of their play. So a high line, it can be risky though against Leicester. Avoiding individual errors, and this one interests me a little bit. Defending against skillful players. Obviously, we've got some very skillful players inside, Benrahma, etc. So that'd be an interesting one. They consider Leicester's style of play of short passing, play with width, possession football, play the offside track. Their non-aggressive style, opponents play aggressively against them. Obviously, we don't need to go into what West Ham say. The match forecast says West Ham will score as a result of individual skill. It's extremely likely. West Ham will score for the opposition error. Is extremely likely. They reckon if Leicester were to score, it would be off wing play. West Ham will create loads of chances and potentially will be dominant in the air. So interesting stuff. In terms of the way they line up, guys, one more thing I want to show you. So they've been lining up like this, guys, in their last game. So Kasper Schmeichel in goal, very, very good goalie. Ricardo Pereira right back, Armty, Sionju, whether Vestergaard comes in, who knows, and then Thomas as the left back. Yuri Tillemans and Ndidi, fantastic midfield triangle, that with Maddison at the top of it, a man who's constantly linked with Arsenal at the minute. Why you'd want to go to Arsenal over Leicester, I do not know. Jose Perez, Maddison, Harvey Barnes and Vardy. And obviously they've got Iheanacho as well off the bench, and Patson Daka. So they're a very, very, very strong team. Very, very strong team. Would I make any changes to the team West Ham wise? No, I wouldn't, to be honest with you. Unless they consider going 5 at the back, you know, and bring Masuaku in, because as we've seen that Leicester like to attack down the wings, so maybe might go to 5 at the back again, potentially. Diop, Dawson, Oggy, Masuaku, Sufal, or probably Cresswell will be the left centre back, wouldn't he? Rice and Souček with 2, but then I like that 3. I like the 3 behind Antonio. I think it provides loads of problems for defenders. Yeah, it's quite a big game, this one. I know it's early in the season, but you know, if you want to put a statement down, you know, you've gone and beat Newcastle, done a bogey team, you go and beat a Leicester, you know, the media darlings, you know, a team that's loved by the media, a team that's loved by most neutral fans as well. So yeah, if we were to win this game, you know, 2 wins down, very, very good going. Obviously, week left of the transfer window as well, which, you know, you look good then. You've won 2 games, team looks confident. Players might look at West Ham and go, yeah, actually, do you know what? They might give it a good go this year. They might give it a good go. A draw wouldn't be a disaster, though, because Leicester, we know, you know, if we've got ambitions of having a good season, you've got to be in and around where Leicester's going to be, you know, or just sort of behind them, and then you would have had a really good season this year. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. I think there's going to be quite a few goals in this one. I think this could be another one like the Newcastle game, you know, where it's a 3-2 or 4-2 either way. But yeah, I'm gonna go West Ham 2-1. I think West Ham 2-1. I think Antonio will break the record as well. I believe Vardy will score against us because he does love scoring against us. Either him or Iheanacho, they both love scoring against us. I think it'll be quite an exciting game. I do. I'm really looking forward to the game. You know, it's 2 of our best performances last year, to be honest with you, against Leicester. So if we can pick up that level of performance, and Rice will get fitter over the weeks, you know, even though he was fantastic on Sunday, he's still, you know, coming back from fitness. So there's a couple of things like that. But yeah, really, really looking forward to the game. Like I say, just a very short preview. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. I'll be back with a call-in show probably tomorrow. And obviously the FIFA video will come out as well. Me and Paul will be back with a podcast, the 150th one this weekend as well. Until next time, guys, come on, you irons. Keep believing. if you can. Nah, I'm joking. Apparently, David Moyes' mantra now is keep believing that you can score as many goals as you can to beat the opposition. So maybe he's been listening. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Short and sweet. Come on, you irons. Let's go.